Is the second day of our general meeting,
Yes.
2079. So what is our aim?
Our aim is actually to impart progressive education to the children, because our children should grow along with the changes of society and what are the changes taking place in the country, because our main aim is to make our student fit to face the challenges of the modern world. So that is why we have our own curriculum, and our methodology is completely student-centered and progressive, where students they learn and they enjoy at the same time.
To go this way, what our teachers should do?
Teachers have to be up to date first of all. What are the changes coming up in the education system worldwide? They should be up to date. Use a lot of resources, because nowadays teaching is not only restricted to the teacher. It is student centric, as we said. Means students are active participation. They have active participation in the classroom activities as well. So for these activities, there are a lot of materials required. Teachers have to be up to date, upgrade themselves, prepare materials, involve the children to prepare materials, and tell the children to be ready for the lessons, and a lot of activities like collaborative tasks, group activities, pair activities, individual presentations, discussion method, brainstorming. So these are the ways where we can impart progressive education. Progressive means to bring the children up in a very holistic manner. Holistic development. Emotionally they are developed, socially, morally, physically, and at the same time they enjoy their learning. It is not imposed on them, but they learn to grow with their studies.
What are the differences between traditional teaching and modern teaching?
The traditional teaching is mostly teacher-centered. The teacher has the final say in the classroom. Whatever teacher says, students have to do. Students did not have any say in the classroom. And teacher imposes, like what teacher says is correct, to students have to take it as correct. Students did not have the room to express their views and their ideas. But nowadays in the modern teaching, it is always student-centered. Students, they learn in their own pace. Students, they construct their own ideas, their own knowledge, and the teacher acts as a mentor. That is the main difference between traditional method and the modern method.
What do you say about beating the children or giving corporal punishment to the children?
I believe that if students are engaged, students are actively participating in the classroom activities, but they don't have time to waste their energy in matters which are not connected to the activity. So students, if they are engaged, students, if they are involved in the studies, in the education, the learning activities of the classroom, then there is a very, very nominal chance of something happening which is not desired by the teacher. So when those things do not happen, there is no question of giving punishment.
The overall responsibilities go to.
It obviously goes to the teacher, with the teacher, the management, so they work together. Parents are also there, because we always say, education nowadays, in modern education, teachers, parents, school, the environment where they come from, they all play a very vital role in grooming the students. So they all are important. But the most important person is the teacher, because who is interacting with the student face to face.
When do you think that children enjoy coming to the school?
Children enjoy coming to school when they find learning is very interesting, when they are comfortable with the classroom atmosphere, when they believe that what I learn it is helping me, and when they find learning easy, not complex, not difficult, but easy, because students come from different backgrounds with different abilities. So teacher should be able to cater to all the students. This is called inclusive learning, where no one is isolated and all students are included in the classroom activity, and it is seen that every student is happy or goes on happy. So he comes back happy.
What do you think? Like in a class there are 35 children. So only the best children, like top 10 children, we have everything for the class.
No, as I said, it is inclusive teaching nowadays because there's a lot of diversity in the classroom. Students come from different backgrounds, students come from different families, children come from different strata of the society. So irrespective of all those things, we always talk about equality and equity in the classroom. Equality means equal opportunity, and equity is much better than that. When you try to enforce someone who is not able to reach that level. So teacher has to be very smart, teacher has to be very aware of these things, from where my students are coming. Every student is important for me, and my classroom as a teacher I should know that who is a quick learner, who is an average learner, who is a slow learner, and my plan, my activity should be done in such a way that everyone is included in those activities and everyone enjoy them.
We are very much grateful to the parents, those who trust us. They have, I should say, 100% trust on us. Now, which way should we keep their trust up?
Parents, to the parents, their children are very important. And as teachers, students are very important for us. And we know that every child is important, every child is special, every child is unique. And for us, it is very important that we live up to the expectation of the parents, because parents, they have a lot of hopes, a lot of dreams with their children, and they send the children with a lot of expectations to the school. And we must be able to live up to the expectation and keep the trust of the parents by being very honest to our work, being very, very what you call polite to the children, and see that their learning experience is lifelong. What they learn today, they remember till their whole life what they are learning in the school. And learning is very, very enjoyable. They enjoy what they learn. When they enjoy what they learn, they keep it forever. If they don't like the learning, they don't keep it forever.
So, like at home, like how can we make our children, they are excellent in the school because of the teachers. They're at home, how to make them excellent so that they are dear to their parents.
Yeah, and that is very correct. This is very important that teachers generally focuses in the school teaching, and when the child goes away from the school, we think that the child is away from us, so we don't have any responsibility. But when a child comes to our school, his wholesome development is our responsibility. As I said, social development, his moral development, his physical development, his mental development, emotional aspects. We need to see to all these things. So for this, teaching is not only restricted to the book. When you talk about holistic teaching, means he should bring, or he must bring behavioral changes, mannerism changes, attitude changes also in the students. So when we groom the students this way, groom the children this way, and give them back to the parents they feel happy, and there is always a change in the student.
What do you say about children participating at home activities, like say helping a mother mom in the kitchen?
Yeah, that is the outcome. That is the outcome of teaching the children, because output is what we see immediately, but outcome we see after a certain time. What the children they do at home when they are away from the school. So it is always in the hand of the school, in the hand of the teachers, that how you groom the children. Because students listen to the teachers and they trust the teachers. What teachers say, they listen, they believe in them. So we should be able to groom them in such a way that they remember that they understand the responsibilities, their duties to society, their tasks that has to be done at home. So it all depends on teachers how they groom the children. And when they go home, they reflect the teacher's work actually.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.